What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and today his ego is inflated more than usual because of Kino Casino, and he declares that the beginning of the end for the Detractors starts now, and Kino Casino will stop the hate against him online, plus a delusional rant where he says his content is better than Deadpool and Wolverine. Then we'll also look at Stardew Valley dumbness. There's always dumbness when he plays Stardew Valley. But first, let's take a look at how DSP Throwback is doing. Let's see. Dante's Inferno Part 8, 95 views in one day. We got his react from the Sonic and Mario, 104 views in one day. 172 views from LA Noir. 87 views from his react in 2 days. 139 views from another part in the react in 3 days. 198 views Dante's Inferno Part 7, 4 days. 186 views from his react Part 11 in 4 days. Wow, what a great thriving channel, Phil. Then we get to the pre-stream where Phil is head over heels for Kino Casino like a teenage girl. We have Cypress TV. I watched the entire Kino Casino stream while I worked today. Dan that put on a great show reminds me of morning radio from the 90s. And DSP responds with, it's great to have somewhere where I can just drop in and have a good time for a bit, without facing a fire line, yes. But Phil, I thought your streams were chill, positive content where you can just chill out and have fun. Then on the pre-stream, he started gushing again about Kino Casino, and how he loves their show, how they have great interaction, and well, let's hear Phil's words himself.
Okay, now, last night, after all my streams, after spending some time with my wife and we went to bed, my wife had to go to bed early because she had work early today. I had a little bit of extra time and I just so happened to jump onto the Kino Casino stream over on Kick to see what those guys were up to. Yeah, my wife had to go to bed early last night because, you know, she had to go to work today early. But it was only around, like right around midnight, I want to say, Pacific time. So, you know, we were in bed, and she went to sleep, and I was like, well, let's see what these guys are doing. And I turned on their show, and they were doing their thing. You know, they were talking about a bunch of stuff I know absolutely nothing about. They were talking about iDubbbz, and they were talking about some other guy I never heard of. But it's fun because when I'm over there, like, listen, again, I know these guys are not my biggest fans. They've made fun of me just like everyone else over the years. They razz me. They give me the business when I do something stupid, which everyone has the right to do, correct? But at the same time, I feel like these guys treat me more fairly because they look at all the other people out there who are doing awful things, and they look at me and they're like, why does everyone razz and kind of like hate on Phil when he doesn't really do anything like these other people? Yeah, you can say every once in a while he has a flaw or whatever and he does something stupid and we call him out for it, but all the things that people say about him is like most of it doesn't even matter if it's true. Some of it's not true at all. It's just ridiculous that he gets this amount of hate. And so I feel like that's a fair assessment, quite frankly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay with that. Razz me if you want. Make fun of me. I'll razz myself, right? I don't care. I know that I'm not perfect, right? I hung out with the guys on Kino Casino for like an hour. It was fun, and we had a good time. And basically, you know, the way I see it is, listen, I know that these guys are about drama, right? But at least they're treating me fairly. And that's a change that I haven't had in a long time. I haven't actually had someone just treat me fairly in a long time. It's not about getting your butt kissed. It's about like, hey, there's somewhere where I can just drop in every once in a while and say hi and feel welcome and hang out and talk with them and have a good time, as opposed to, oh, look, I want to just drop in and say hi. Oh, it's time for the interrogation. It's time for the firing squad to come out and execute me publicly and be insanely critical of me and you know, ask me 400 personal questions they know I'm not going to answer. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little different to just have somewhere to hang out, which is something cool to do. Like, again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. With the side scrollers thing last year, that's what it was supposed to be. They reached out to me and said, do you want to be a guest on our show? Look, you know, all these guests were lining up. because we restarted our show, our podcast. And I said, yes. And then they said, oh, well, because of who you are, because all your detractors contacted us, we now want to do a giant in-depth, interview instead. Wait, what? How about you treat me fairly like everybody else? If I had other people joining me, and I'm sure those guys are going to have a lot more to say, and it might be very negative. But I'm going to let everyone know, what I say, my opinions. They have the right to chime in and say what they want, but it's not representative of how I feel. Like I've told you guys, I don't wish anyone harm. I don't wish anyone at all negativity. I just want everyone to be happy, because I feel like if everyone was happy and well adjusted, they would just leave everyone else alone, right? Like, why would you want to have an entire living bringing down others and making fun of people if truly you liked your own life? Why would you need to bring down others? You would have positivity and things around you that you're enjoying. You don't need to destroy others to get over. People who do this is because they're miserable. Their lives are terrible. They're not happy. They need to degrade everything around them so they feel better about themselves. Those are bullies. That's literally the definition of a bully. Rich is a bully. Keemstar's a bully. These people are all bullies. They're career bullies, right? So I'm fascinated by this story. I want to know what's going on. And I honestly hope that things would get better. But I don't know. Because again,
Few things I want to point out here. First off, Kino Casino is saying everything the detractors say about you and your wife and your life and blah blah blah. But it's okay if they do it. They're also watching detractor content such as Snort Hogan on their show as they say the same thing as detractors. But it's okay. Then I like how he says, I'm not about the drama. I don't want anything to do with the drama. I don't want to be with Mr. Drama. But I'm gonna go on the drama show and talk about drama. And then goes on to say, if you build up a career talking about drama and pulling people down, then you're not satisfied with your own life. Phil, what do you think you're doing when you're going on Kino Casino, Phil? You're gonna be talking about other people, other people's lives, other people's wives. So by your own definition, you don't like your own life, Phil. And then it got even crazier on the Stardew Valley stream, as he says he needs people to wake up, step up, speak out about the detractors and their BS, and Kino Casino is gonna stop the hate against him online.
shirt I'm wearing, it's a different shade of like beige and it actually stands out. This webcam is amazing. I love this new webcam. Mr. Lolinator just did a $10 super chat and says, based Phil, may his schizo detractors end up like Review Tech USA. Well, listen, I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. As I said, I want everyone to be happy out there. But it is true that I have some pretty insane, crazy people following me. But then again, let's be very honest about this, okay? Let's be very honest about this. The reason that I have so many crazy, stalkerish, insane haters is because it's the in thing to do, bro. People have entire channels like that, right? Once it doesn't become the cool thing to do anymore because enough people speak up against it like you, it will end. But enough people have to. Kino Casino's now doing it. Their followers are doing it. My followers have been doing it forever. Now we need some more. More people need to step up and be like, this has gone on long enough. You guys are nuts. Stop with the bullshit. Grow the fuck up. Leave him alone. Leave his family alone. And it will go away. But the problem is the entire movement has been hate Phil, hate Phil, hate Phil, hurt Phil, hate Phil. Why? Why are you doing this? Besides the viral movement because you're a cult. All right? Once people call it out for what it is and say, you're out of your fucking minds, grow up, it will end. But no one's done that up to now. Okay? All right.
Then we have a video from 2 Cats 1 Roach, who puts out a clip of Kino Casino insulting Phil, misinformation, and blah blah blah. And Meerkat quote tweets this and says, in these 45 seconds, 1. Spread misinformation about him, his wife playing with Legos. 2. Insulting his family, his wife, Fat Cat. By Phil's logic, they should be in the same prison cell right next to Tevin. Unless...
doing Lego streams now
up.
to pay his bills.
Lego? What does that mean? Building Lego?
Okay, so what happened is his wife, Fat Cat, she got into building Lego.
Oh, fuck
So-
you. Jesus Christ.
But so anyway, as I was saying,
Go.
so Fat Cat got into building Lego, but Phil had no interest. But now she spends all her time like building Lego alone. So Phil is like jealous of this and is now going to make his entire content about Lego. This is crazy. Phil, Lego is not going to pay the bills. Get in there and grind Street Fighter, every character to master until you die. Okay?
Then I love Big Mara at the bottom. He likes PPP because he looks like his wife. And then Phil addressed this about them making fun of his wife. And he went on to say that it's wrong for Kino Casino to make fun of his wife and being rude about her. But they were nice to him and said nice things. So he'll try to stream out later this week to see how things go. That is right, as long as you give him money and attention, you can make fun of Cat all you want. Then went on to say that he's going to have a test out stream with Kino Casino. So Tuesday night, he's going to be on Kino Casino as a guest. And he's going to feel it out, see how it is, and says if it goes well, he will do the co-op stream reacting to RTU documentary with Kino Casino. If it does not go well, he's not doing anything else with them. And then people in Phil's chat started asking if Kino Casino ever apologized for what they said about Cat. And then Phil, of course, said, well, they wouldn't do it while I was on stream. Then we have this from PoemsJosh, where Phil is talking about Kino Casino being rude to his wife, making fun of her. They already have Philip. At what point does making fun of you and your family become a problem for you? After hundreds of dollars they've already given you? After the exposed and glazed to the impressionable jokesters in their audience?
If I'm on the show and they immediately start being really nasty to me or my family members or anyone like that, I could say, hey, stop doing that. That's not right. Let's calm down, you know? And if they continue to do it, I can say goodbye and I can leave. At what point do I become a prisoner on the show where they can just torture me? Like, what are you talking?
Then we have Otter. Phil knows that Kino Casino has said nasty things about him and his wife, but that's okay as they've done the same to other people. Yet, if someone on your stream calls Cat Fat Cat, they'd be limbed instantly. Amazing the effect money has on Phil. Yeah, think about all those Street Fighter players with the name Fat Cat in it. And then at the bottom, again, BITW Awesome had to be called out for saying disgusting things like Romance Catherine. And then the freak in the fedora has the right attitude here. It concerns me how okay Phil is with them calling his wife fat. If someone spoke like that about my girl, there'd be hell to pay. And people kept asking him, but what if they keep saying stuff about Cat? What if they keep saying nasty stuff? And we have that being said, Phil soft threatening Kino Casino is very funny. Direct quote, they now know that anything they say, I'm gonna get wind of it. Kino Casino representatives, you better be on your best behavior, or you might lose your chance with the king. That's right, he's already set in the groundwork to turn on them and make himself a victim. And then, he kept getting casino money. Guess what, dudes? Super chats don't count towards the tips.
Oxmere just did a $30 super chat. Says we hit the goal, suff up Dickers. Well, first of all, I don't think that Dickers would care if we hit a goal on my stream or not, just being honest. However, that is a super chat and that does not count towards a tips goal. The tips goal is tips through PayPal. And that's what we have the goals for because we have awards attached to those levels. So I appreciate the $30 super chat. That will help this stream a ton. Thank you. But the goal is for tips. But it's easy confusion.
Then DSP went on to say one of the dumbest things of the year so far. Phil doesn't know what his business expenses are because he has an accountant. You submit all receipts to him by your own admission. How can you not know? Okay, time to check in, see how Phil did in Nintendo World Championship. We have this one from Phil Callens, King of Rewind.
Come on! What the fuck? Yo!
Then we have this one from Gout, King of Retro.
Shit! You have to do it in the menu? How do you do that? It didn't work. Huh? That was it. It opens itself. Fuck.
And then one of the most unhinged, egotistical rants you're going to hear this year from DSP so far. He talks about how his content is more valuable than Deadpool and Wolverine, and how you should spend money on him and not them. And then talks about how recession doesn't really affect him.
Does a recession affect that? Yeah, I would say it would, because if you're already getting my content for free and you have less money right now, obviously you're more apt to say, hey, well, I guess I can't afford to support Phil right now, right? Correct? True. But at the same time, there's another way you got to look at it. You are getting countless amount of content out of me. Just right now, you get a daily podcast. You get 5+ hours of gameplay, right? On my throwback channel, you're getting retro throwback playthroughs, right? On a daily basis, restored, upgraded. On my react channel, you get a weekly clip show, right? And you're about to get a month of really cool reacting to other long form stuff as well. And everything I just mentioned is free. Literally, you don't have to pay for any of it, right? How many hours of content is that in a month, right? And if you have a recession right now, and it's like, well, let me think about this. So I go to the movies and I can pay $20-some for a movie ticket to see Deadpool and Wolverine. And I'll sit in a movie for 2 hours and I'll enjoy the movie and I'll talk with it for my friends for a bit. And then the movie's over, right? Or I can throw DarkSidePhil $5 this month on a membership or on a tip, and he'll continue to pump out hundreds of hours of content for me to digest in a month. And I know that I'm contributing and allowing him to continue to do that, right? I feel like a lot of people would actually do the latter rather than the former, because one is transactional and one is reciprocal. You see the difference? Deadpool and Wolverine is going to exist whether you buy your ticket to it or not. I will not.
Then someone asked him about his hair and going bald, and he said, I'm not gonna go bald. My hair might recede a bit, but my hair now is as good as ever. Look at that. Look at that. We know how the top of his head looks. That's the back of his head. Dude is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin bald within 5 years. Then he told someone to tip him so YouTube doesn't get anything. How lovely. Being on YouTube and telling YouTube not to take any of his money. Then he's an idiot because this is the dumbest thing I've seen so far this year. So he has decided when he blows his nose, he's going to turn off his webcam. But the idiot leaves his audio on to talk to his audience so you can hear him sneezing and burping and farting and all this other stuff, sharding himself. Rest in peace, Zelda Jammies. Like, why would you turn off the webcam but not the audio if you're gonna blow your nose? What an idiot. Then we get to the dumbness that is known as Stardew Valley. This series is the most boring stuff, but at the same time has exposed him for saying dumb stuff, showing his lack of social interaction with people, even if it's AI, his dumb takes on stuff, and of course led to the Jordan whale leaving. So first up, DSP still doesn't understand who any of the townspeople are in Stardew Valley. He doesn't understand how people have time in-game to do everything.
Who the citizens are. I've been playing this for around 30 hours now, everybody. I think that's how long the playthrough is at this point, around 30 hours. And I don't even know the names of the townspeople because I focus so much on the game elements and stuff that I haven't had time for social interaction with the people. So all of them have like level 1 friendships. I don't even know how the game expects you. I literally don't know how the game expects you to have those interactions with the people without sacrificing so much time that you then run out of time to do the other stuff. Because it's ridiculous how much stuff there is to do in this game, right?
The next up, DSP doesn't understand how tree fertilizer works. Makes some, tries to use it on fruit trees, when the description he reads it out loud says it won't work on fruit trees. Also take a look at his farm. It's year 1 in the middle of fall and it's a mess.
What was it? It was a tree fertilizer. Sprinkle on a wild tree to ensure rapid growth even in winter. Doesn't work on a fruit tree. I need 5 fiber. I need 2 of these, so I need to go grab fiber. Yeah, I need to grab fiber and use this. Here's 5 fiber right here. There you go. Here we go. I'm gonna go use this right now. It doesn't work. Let me guess, because these are fruit trees, right? It says it doesn't work on a fruit tree, so that's probably what that is. They're fruit trees. That sucked. Oh my god. Oh my god. There. Ah. Problem is, I don't know how you would stop. How would you stop weeds from growing in there? I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how weeds grow in this, though.
And of course, when he plays Stardew Valley, he thinks of Jordan and all the money he should have right now, because that's his money. How dare you, Jordan, leave him? And then goes on to say, Jordan leaving Phil's circle of supporters means he must be a circle jerker.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad, isn't it? Someone like Jordan, who was one of the people who actually convinced me to get this game and play it with you guys, explaining what a chill, awesome game it would be, and saying, you know, this is something that you would absolutely want to play. You're gonna love it. And even said, hey, well, if you get it, right, I'll come by your streams, I'll hang out with you, I'll support it. And he did for like 2 weeks. Then the guy vanished from my streams out of nowhere, came back sporadically, and the next thing I know, after about a month, he hates me. Like, literally never had a conversation with the guy that was negative. Never had, I mean, you tell me. These people are nuts. They go talk to crazy ass, obsessed hater idiots. And then they just, I guess they believe nonsense, and then they just disappear. Because Jordan was a nice guy, and I was having a lot of fun hanging out with him. I mean, and regardless of the fact that he supported anything, he would never have had to do that ever again. You know, he was just a nice guy, and he was always helping out with these streams of Stardew, and now he's gone forever. For what? So instead of hanging out with us and having a good time, where is he now? You know, circle jerking with a bunch of fucking losers somewhere? Like, what an idiot.
And this shows you evidence that if you suggest the game to Phil and you tell him, I'll support it, he expects that support every single stream. Because if you notice, he said, yeah, Jordan came by, he supported for the first 2 weeks, and then he disappeared and came back here and there. He expects $50 every stream if you want him to play a game. And second of all, any of you current DSP dents, whales, dolphins, whatever, this is how Phil values you. He'll be nice to you, he'll take your money, but as soon as the money is gone, or you leave, this is how he treats you, just like how he treated Jordan. And you're probably saying, oh, he won't treat me like that. Think about all the other people he threw under the bus in the past. All you are is just a number to him, and that number is money in his pockets. And in his pockets, I mean, WWE Champions time! Then we have this one here, DSP treated women like crap.
Smells weird. Here, it's corn. She didn't like the corn. She's pissed. You know what? Why don't you shove it up your ass then? It fits perfectly, I'm sure. What a bitch. I hate her, man. Really, she sucks. Watch. This girl probably like corn. No, you don't like corn either? No one likes corn? What is wrong with you people? Corn is delicious.
And guess what, guys? After years of cooking for Phil, Kat has finally learned how to make leftovers. I doubt there's any leftovers with her in the house, though. And apparently they froze it into 2 containers.
How was food? Oh, it was good. My wife made slow cooker meatballs in a marinara sauce that she seasoned herself. And then made some ziti, and we had it over there. It was very delicious. It was actually a little on the sweeter side. Had a cheesy flavor because she added Parmesan and Romano to it. And there was so much left that we're going to have other meals based off of that in the future. I froze 2 containers of it. So we'll probably have that with pasta moving forward. It'll be an easy deal, or easy meal to make. Yeah.
Then another one from Gout Gout. DSP's farm, warning, may trigger you.
What is there? There's a stump or something there? There was. Oh, I couldn't even see it. There we go. So now we have this nice fenced-in area. Yep. That they'll be able, the livestock will be able to live in here and eat all this stuff out here every day. But now what I need to do is buy the livestock, right? Okay. Now, I want to go buy some livestock, but let's put some stuff away first.
Then at the end of the stream and in the daily wrap, apparently there's a big announcement coming from DSP. There have been a lot of people saying that someone donated him a new PC, possibly Kino Casino. But let's hear from Phil himself what he had to say.
Morning on the Level 1 podcast. This will be an epic one. Okay? Reason being, I have a big announcement. And it's an announcement that's a long time coming. It's an announcement that is going to directly impact streams. In fact, I can tell you right now, Monday's streams will be completely affected and different than what originally they were going to be as a result of this. And moving forward, streams are going to be affected as a result of this differently. So you can guess whatever you want, go for it. Hype, you know, get excited overnight or what it could be. But tomorrow morning, I will make this announcement on the show, and then we can move further, figure out how to I don't even want to spoil, because if I say anything, it's going to spoil it, okay? I want it to be an exciting announcement for tomorrow's podcast, so I hope that you will join me tomorrow in the morning for the Level 1 podcast for a very big announcement, okay? Fair enough? Good enough?
Now, what could that announcement be? Could it be June the King documentary being released? Probably not, because R2 is supposed to drop before DSPs. Is he going to do a co-op stream with Kino Casino every Monday? Possibly. My hope is that he starts doing regular showers every week. But if you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.